You have the height of Katrina Kaif. Is she shorter than you too? Yeah. And you have the good looks of Abhay Deol.
You think Abhay Deol looks good?
You have the good looks of Katrina Kaif and the height of Abhay Deol.
Muncher.
In a world filled with war, hate, suffering, and Justin Bieber.
तुमसे ना हो पाएगा.
एक दुनिया, दो यार, उनको है फिल्मों से प्यार. और एक पिक्चर बन गई दीवार.
मेरे पास माँ है.
They feud. You decide. It's time for Film Feud Bollywood.
Hello and welcome to Film Feud Bollywood, the podcast where we debate your favorite Bollywood movies. I'm Vidur.
And I'm Vikram.
Namaskar, Vikram.
Namaskar, brother. How you doing?
Good. Are you ready to feud today?
All the time.
You know, that's what you always say, but sometimes you don't bring it. Are you going to bring it?
Are you serious, dude?
Did I just call you out, man?
Yeah, for no reason.
I know, I was just being mean for no reason.
Thanks.
But this is a good sign of things to come. And to explain that, do you mind telling the good folk, our listeners, what we're going to be doing here today?
Yes, my pleasure. So we take a Bollywood movie, we toss a coin, heads argues for, and tails argues against. It's that simple.
Quite simple. And the movie we are going to be feuding today is an urban classic.
I guess. I don't know.
Okay, the movie we are feuding today is the urban classic Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara.
ZMNNDBB.
ZNMDBB. No, that's it. ZNMD.
Yeah.
It's no DCH.
It's no DCH? You mean Dil Chahta Hai?
Of course.
I mean, I haven't seen ZNMMB, so I can't really comment.
Really?
I mean, I guess in passing on TV, but not really.
Oh, wow. I thought it was like the DCH of, the 2010 generation. And so everybody would have seen it. I'm quite surprised. Well, I'm excited for you to watch this movie.
So you like it?
No, I'm just excited for you to watch this movie.
I'm excited too, man.
All right, man. Let's get to it. Should we get to the coin toss?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, I'm going to be tossing the coin. Heads means I argue for, and tails means against. Let's go. And it's heads.
So now can you tell me whether you liked it or not?
No, I'm still excited for you.
No, let me guess. You love it.
Honest.
Don't you love it?
I had a great time. I watched this movie in 2011 when it came out.
Okay.
I was in New York and it was rare to be able to watch a Bollywood movie in theaters. So I watched this movie in theaters.
Do you think your being away from India, FOMO sort of situation comes into play?
Of course, ZNMD, FOMO, YOLO, which is what I think the title of this movie is in English, YOLO.
All right, man. I mean, yeah, I'd love to go watch this movie. I have zero expectations, but it being a typical Bollywood coming-of-age movie, by the sounds of it, I'm pretty sure it's going to be shit.
Oh, wow. Expose your bias, why don't you?
All right, I'm going to keep an open mind. I promise you.
Are you a fan of Hrithik Roshan, Abhay Deol or Farhan Akhtar by any chance?
Abhay Deol, his initial movies were pretty good, man. Dev D and Old Lucky and stuff.
There we go.
Okay.
That should keep you going for a while.
Sure, I'm all for it. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. So we are going to feud and you, the audience, gets to decide who won. So make sure you find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at Film Feud Bolly, and let us know who you think won the feud. Let us know what arguments you might have made. Let us know what movies you want us to feud next.
With that, let's go watch the movie.
Let's do it.
I have the perfect word to summarize this movie.
YOLO?
Nope.
You only YOLO once?
Nope.
I had a friend who used to say that.
You only YOLO once?
Yeah.
Knowingly or unknowingly?
Both.
Both? How can it be both?
This movie's awesome. YOLO, man. Don't hate. Just YOLO. Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, bro.
The only word that describes this movie for me, or perfectly encapsulates this movie for me, is cringe.
Really?
Cringe. And not even like, when people say cringe, it's so cringe, bro. I was physically cringing. Like, I was like cringing while watching this movie.
Why? What part made you cringe?
All of it.
You just don't have a bro in your life where you can appreciate the bromance.
These are not bros.
I thought I was your bro.
Come on, bro.
We're
bros. You're a bro. I'm a bro to some extent. These guys aren't bros. These are spoiled brats trying to pretend to be bros.
YOLO, bro. You and I need to go to Spain and just unwind a little. That's what'll make you like this movie.
No shot, bro. This is not how shit happens between bros. We've been on bro trips together. Does this shit ever happen?
No, I don't. I'm not talking about Thailand bro trips where there's a whole different purpose.
I've never been to a Thailand road trip. Just disclaimer, never.
Coming of age, new experiences, adventure. These people have history.
Uh-huh.
If I had done something with your girlfriend from 4 years ago, maybe when you went to Spain with me,
I slap you.
yeah, you slaved me.
Okay.
So these are, not every bros are the same.
Yeah.
These are different kind of bros.
Of course.
And one of the bros is getting married to a really annoying Kalki Kokla. And that's how her name is said. Why are you laughing?
The whole nasal bit in Kokla.
Why are you laughing?
Say it again.
Kalki Kokla. All right, I nasaled it up for that one. Kalki Kokla.
Uh-huh.
She is like the added sauce to the bro mix, and that changes things between bros. So how do you know that's not how things happen? I think the authenticity of this movie is completely cemented in the first scene itself. The Delhi party scene, man.
That proposal scene?
The proposal plus the typical family, upper class, elite, Delhi elite, like business family situation that follows, where one auntie decides to sing Wind Beneath My Wings by Bette Midler, but she gets the perfectly wrong lyrics and the perfectly wrong tone. So well executed, man. I mean, Zoya Akhtar and Reema Kakti, who wrote this movie, they're like Bombay women, but somehow they nailed this part completely. So Delhi. So Delhi. So Delhi. And when I say the second So Delhi, I mean South Delhi. I know aunties exactly like that, who love to sing, who can't remember the perfect lyrics, can't remember the perfect pitch, the tone. They'll just belt it out at any gathering that they can. And then Sohail Seth plays one of the dads, and he's like the biggest epitome of upper class douche there is.
And dude, this first scene, I mean, I know you mentioned in the intro that Abhay Deol's in this movie. I completely did not register that. And then I saw him, because that's obviously the first scene of the movie. And I knew this movie was going to be excruciating, because there are these movies he did after Dev D and Oye Lucky that led to his whatever continued absence from the industry. I didn't know which movies they were, and immediately I knew this was one of them. Oh God, setting up myself for failure, dude.
Do you even understand the words that are coming out of your mouth?
Oh wow, Chris Tucker on me, dude.
Chris Tucker reference.
I like that. Of course I do.
I don't know what you're yapping about. I mean, who cares? Abhay Deol does a great job in this movie. In fact, it's kind of crazy if Abhay Deol is the weaker actor of the movie, because he's usually a good actor. You know my thoughts on Oye Lucky Oye. But then Farhan Akhtar and Hrithik Roshan actually managed to outact him. That's great.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, by really, I mean, is that your opinion? Because I know they didn't.
Okay, then he outacts them. Whatever. He's kind of a powerhouse of talent, and him in this like urban setting. This is right after he did that movie Aisha, I think, in which he did the Delhi elite one. So he has this, in his repertoire.
My point exactly. These are the movies that lead to his continued absence. There's a reason. He sort of peaked, and there are a very small set of roles that he can do, which includes like Dev D's and Oye Lucky.
Why are we talking about him in his whole career? Just focus on this movie.
Yeah, this movie sucked ass because he was a part of it.
No,
he cannot play this character. He is not that character.
He was more than adequate. Here, that's like a concession. I'm not saying he was amazing.
That's not a concession. He was ass. All the actors in this movie are ass. We'll talk about that later.
Can we talk about the actor that wasn't ass, Kalki? Didn't she just kill it? She was just perfectly annoying yet believable. And right at the end, I thought she was getting not believable when she just turns on the radio. You remember?
Yeah,
and then
that rock song.
Yeah, I'm a rock chick girl in a hard rock world. In that moment, I was like, oh no, they've just made her a caricature now. This is getting ridiculous. And then just the way the direction goes, where everybody actually joins into singing on that song.
Cringe.
Yeah, cringe a little bit on purpose, right? She cringe the way Steve Carell is cringe in The Office.
Oh, no. All four of them, when they chime in and start doing that dance and pretending to love, that's what I'm talking about, the cringe aspect of this movie. Like, it tries to portray this coming of age sort of situation in such a cringe way, which is not authentic at all. So you can't relate to it.
They are off age, okay? They're in their early 30s. Can you stop calling it coming of age?
Coming of age in terms of what they expect from life and what life they should actually be leading. So in terms of that, it's a very coming of age movie, right? All three or all four or all five or however many they are, they all sort of grow up within this movie.
That's if you count the hot Spanish chick.
Yeah, sure.
Farhan Akhtar hooks up with.
Yeah, let's count her, man. And they all sort of grow up in terms of their expectations from life and what they should be doing with their life. But the way they show it is so inauthentic that it's not relatable at all.
Are you saying I can still come of age?
You can come of age whenever you want.
Oh, I thought I was past that time, man. That's actually great news.
That's called puberty. I think you're confusing puberty with coming of age.
No, I thought, because all the movies I watched that are about coming of age, it's like younger people, So I thought my time is past. I thought the best I could shoot for is like the Hrithik Roshan version of coming of age, where you kind of have like a quarter-life, midlife crisis, and you realize that, increasing your bank account is not worth hooking up with a hot Katrina Kaif chick diving instructor. So that I had hope for. But in general, coming of age, that's always good to know.
I mean, I guess that's what they try to show in this movie, but again, not relatable. By the way, you mentioned Zoya Akhtar earlier. am I supposed to be impressed? Am I supposed to appreciate what she is?
Well, after doing this movie, yeah.
Not really, dude. I think she's only there because of Javed Akhtar and Farhan Akhtar. And Farhan Akhtar's substitute so that he can pursue his quote-unquote fledgling singing and acting career.
I think, firstly, he didn't sing in this movie. He only recited shairi and poetry that his father wrote for him, which I'm on board with. And secondly, Zoya Akhtar did a great job with this movie. Luck by Chance, which is her debut movie, which is the one she made before this, and actually very underrated. It's actually like a big satire on the whole industry, starring people in the industry itself. I haven't seen it in a while, but I really liked it. She cemented her place in the industry with this movie. I think this is very well done for someone's second movie, man. Come on. Most of this movie is like character relationships, right? That takes a lot of good direction to make interesting. And that includes cinematography, which of course they really showcase Spain. Also little things like musical cues here and there, blocking, how they wrote the script together, her and Reema Kakti. Reema Kakti is a good director in her own right. So really well executed.
I don't know, man. Zoya Akhtar, Farhan Akhtar, same shit, different bowl, because this movie is basically shit in a bowl.
Great point. I'm not sure how to respond to that because the visual is stuck in my head. But sure.
I'm glad that was my biggest purpose, honestly. But dude, cringe central this movie, man. I don't think she did a good job. I don't think character building was done well in this movie. It was actually done in a very typical Bollywood fashion where important character progressions are shown over a song and dance sequence or a montage sequence, whereas in actual good movies, they're shown using the script. They're unraveling in terms of what constitutes them. So I don't agree with you there.
That's exactly what's happening. Hrithik Roshan's character is arguably the protagonist of this movie, right? Even though Abhay Deol is made out to be, because he has the most out there character and goes through the most change and also gets the girl. So with him, exactly what you said is what's happening with the script. First, you find out his background. He's like a trader douche. And I've known a lot of trader douches. He's not that far off from reality. I know it looks like a caricature, but dude, when he's like, oh, I made 2,000 pounds today, what the hell did you do? I knew people who talked exactly like that.
I actually have a question for you regarding that. I don't know how this stuff actually happens in real life, but can you please judge Hrithik's stock floor, trading chops, acting, since you've seen that happen? I don't know if it's accurate or not.
You mean his opening establishing shot when he's on the trading floor?
Yeah, the whole, if you keep doing this to me, I'll have to trade my Ferrari for a Ford Fiesta. It seemed a little over the top to me.
It was like half and half to it. So the first half of what he said was exactly accurate, right? He's like, I want so-and-so fills at so-and-so price.
Or stop gaps and all. Like, he used the right jargon, fine.
He used the exact right jargon. His trading floor environment was actually not that inaccurate. His outfit, on the other hand, was a little like fashion.
Oh no, I let that slide because Hrithik Roshan's always modeling. No matter
he's
what
always
he's doing.
modeling. Yeah. So true, dude. Even when he is on the road and he takes that Skype call and he puts on like a vest and a tie.
And the shirt he was wearing?
Yeah, it makes no sense. Nobody dresses like that. But the second half of what he says, when he says, oh, I'll have to trade my Ferrari for a Ford Fiesta. People do talk like that. They just don't sound as stupid as he does when he says it. But whatever, man. Like, at least they had the right jargon and stuff, and all that doesn't matter. Like, his character going through change. Now, I'll give you a concession later on when we talk about it, because it's a little bit forced, the change, right? He has huge inciting incidents like the diving incident, like Katrina Kaif's character, to actually force him to change, and yet it was sort of unbelievable.
It's very sudden, yeah.
I didn't see the reason for it, even though they try to hammer it in. But the script exploring his character is pretty good because they reveal character through interaction with other characters. And that's what's cool, right? You have three options. You can just exposit and just tell everything you want about a character. You can show a character in their natural environment, or you can reveal through their interactions with other people, and that's the best approach. So when he actually goes on the trip, he skips, the initial outing. He's like a total douche in the car. He's too busy with work. Then slowly the script unpacks what's going on amongst the dynamic, right? Because there was a tension between Farhan Akhtar and him. And I had forgotten the movie pretty much. So even I didn't remember why the tension was. I thought it was just because they don't like who each other's personalities are. And then you find out that Farhan Akhtar hooked up with his girlfriend 4 years ago. He's still carrying that with him. And slowly he lets that go with Katrina Kaif coming in. That's exactly what a good script should do character-wise.
Dude, okay, so I'll give you a part concession here, right? The script, or I would actually like to say the story this movie sort of centered around, is not bad at all. But if I wanted to read a good story, I'd read a fucking book. That good story or good script needs to be enacted well for it to be a good movie. And all of the acting in this movie is subpar. So none of it comes off as believable, as authentic, as relatable at all. So even if it's a good story, it's going to fall flat if you have bad acting. For example, Hrithik Roshan always just looks peeved or annoyed, right? Like, there's no sort of reasoning behind it. What do you mean maybe he is? Like, at least explain it or show it in the movie of why he is.
He's uncomfortable. He's not working. It's new to him.
Katrina Kaif, I mean, do I need to say anything, dude?
Katrina Kaif's accent is explained in this movie. That's her win in it.
I don't mind the accent at all. I don't care.
I actually really find accent annoying. She can't speak Hindi or English properly.
Yeah, so she's fine. Yeah, it's explained. She's raised in London or whatever the hell she is. But she needs to be a good actor. Yeah, none of the people in this movie are good actors. Naseeruddin Shah, he comes for like 2 minutes, but he acts really well.
Yeah,
you need people like that.
Naseeruddin Shah cameo for the win, man. Come on.
Yeah, but you need good actors throughout this movie. Farhan Akhtar, Abhay Deol, and Hrithik Roshan are not good actors. For example, there's this scene where Farhan Akhtar takes Hrithik Roshan's phone from his ear and throws it out of the car.
Yeah, hilarious. It establishes Farhan Akhtar's ridiculous, like, you know, I'm too cool and I'll do whatever impulsive character.
And it also ends up establishing why Hrithik Roshan's pissed off with Farhan Akhtar.
But he's a little too uptight, you know, also. It's borderline.
And then Abhay Deol ends up becoming the sort of fight breaker.
Yeah, I love that. It was so natural. Like, these people have history, right? They make, like, references to old things. And he's like, you know, when somebody gets in the middle, if you and I are, like, arguing about something and one of our friends tries to mediate, we'll call him out. We'll be like, tu kya judge ban raha hai? That's exactly what they say. That was natural.
Yeah, Hrithik Roshan just says that in passing. But that's my point exactly, in terms of fine, the script might be there, the story might be there, the dialogues might be there. But in terms of reenacting that scene or bringing life to that scene, it did not feel authentic at all. That's not how people fight. That's not how friends fight, especially friends who are so close in school and all of that. That's not how they are in real life.
But they haven't met for a while, apparently, especially Hrithik Roshan. They live in different countries, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you and I have lived in different countries. The moment we see each other, it's literally back to the same. That's how true friendship is.
Which character do you see yourself as, Vikram?
Neither.
Come on.
None.
Come on.
None of them.
Come on.
No.
I see you as a mix between Abhay Deol and Hrithik Roshan.
What?
You have the height of Hrithik Roshan.
Hrithik Roshan is shorter than me.
And the personality of Abhay Deol.
I'm going to throw up, dude. I'm going to throw up.
And me, I see myself as an Abhay Deol and Farhan Akhtar.
I think you're Kalki.
It's Kalki, by the way.
Kalki.
As in not Ajki, but Kalki.
Got it.
I see you as a mix of Katrina Kaif and Abhay Deol, actually. I've changed my mind. You have the height of Katrina Kaif.
Uh-huh.
Is she shorter than you too? Yeah. And you have the good looks of Abhay Deol.
You think Abhay Deol looks good?
You have the good looks of Katrina Kaif and the height of Abhay Deol.
Dude, I don't know, man. Do you remember that exchange they have at Abhay Deol's engagement party? When Abhay Deol and Farhan Akhtar are talking to two other friends.
Yeah, and the whole gag is that Abhay Deol gets people to reveal secrets by just saying, I heard something about you.
Yeah, so this other friend of theirs ends up revealing that he slept with a Ukrainian hooker at his bachelor party.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that whole exchange? Do you remember how insensitive that exchange is? हो जाता है यार, कुछ नहीं होता, हो जाता है. We don't talk like that, brother.
We don't.
Bros don't talk like that. I know a bunch of bros. No one talks like that.
Maybe in a couple of years we will.
No, if you will, I promise you.
I know people who talk like that.
Yeah, do you think they're bros?
They're not bros.
Or they're dicks.
Maybe they're dicks. But it's fine. It's not. It's still a little grounded, you know?
No, man. I really feel like all three of these guys are just brats, man. They're like Bollywood brats who grew up in Bollywood. And
wait, you mean the characters or the actors?
The actors. The characters can't be Bollywood brats. They're not.
Technically, all three of them are star children. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, they're all brats and they're just pretending to be bros. It's so forced.
It's called acting. It's an acting gig.
It's called bad acting. Yeah, I'll give that to you.
What about when they get emotional at the end and they're like closers, bros? They do a good job, man. Let's talk about the adventures they go on together, okay?
Sure.
Diving is when Hrithik Roshan goes full like nostril flaring koi mil gaya acting.
Mm-hmm.
Might be a little over the top, but it's...
He also falls in love with Katrina Kaif underwater. Do you remember that montage?
Yeah.
It's like all of a sudden he's like, oh my God, I love this girl.
Oh my God, fish, girl. Well, yeah, and then he comes out and he's changed and they kind of foreshadow it by literally saying your life is going to change. And it does. That's
Brilliant.
Nice of them to give us a heads up.
Thanks, guys.
And then the skydiving is when they kind of really come together as bros, right? You know how they jump out and Imran is like, just let it go, Imran, Farhan Akhtar. And then he dies and they hold hands in the sky.
Yeah,
that's
beautiful.
So sweet, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so sweet.
Made me tear up in my left eye and made my asshole crimp up a little bit.
Okay, I guess I'll skip the part where I was going to ask you to hold hands with me in the sky, but whatever. It's fine. We'll get to it at some point in our lives. By the way, speaking of getting to this at some point, this movie made me go to Spain.
Really?
2011, this movie came out. I watched it in theaters. 2012, I was in between jobs and had to plan a vacation. I don't know if it was conscious because of this movie or subconscious or what. I went to Spain, and I went to Spain at around the same time these guys pretend to go to Spain. I thought I would have access to all the things they did. Turns out, no. It's a little bit of movie magic. The Tomatina Festival happens way after the Running of the Bulls Festival.
Yeah, and you can't skydive solo with just training on a skateboard.
Yeah.
You need like 10 jumps with an instructor.
You don't need 10
lashed.
jumps, you need one.
You need 10 jumps with an instructor lashed to you before you can solo dive.
That just depends on where.
They don't let you jump out of a plane willy-nilly without any practice, dude.
Dude, you'd think they don't let you dive willy-nilly, but I know people who've gone to a lot of locations where they do like an hour of training and then you're good to go and you drive. So
Solo dives?
it just depends where you go, man. Yeah.
I'm talking about the skydives, by the way.
I know. I'm just giving you an example. You just need to pay enough or find instructors who are lax enough.
Okay.
What I will concede to you is that they're doing tricks in the air, pretty quickly, pretty halfway into their jump, they start
And
doing.
also like the shots where they pan close up into their faces, it's very clear that they're not in the air.
That I didn't mind because what else are they going to do? I mean, not everybody's Tom Cruise. Not everybody's going to actually halo jump out of a plane with special masks to make sure you can actually see them. Come on, dude. Let's be realistic. The footage they capture is actually pretty good, don't you think, of them diving?
I actually found the deep sea diving shots much better.
But those are easy to do. I mean, everybody
way
does
easier.
those,
I can
yeah.
do that on my phone.
Yeah, well, the part where I thought the most obvious stunt double work was apparent is when Katrina Kaif is riding on a bike. It's like old school 70s Bollywood, dude. It's like, okay, wide shot of a girl riding on a bike, close shot of Katrina Kaif's wind hair,
Yeah. And the bike's on a tempo.
Yeah,
moving through the road.
exactly. That's what I was imagining. Like Ye Dosti from
Yeah.
Sholay. Then suddenly there's a wide shot or like a low shot of the bike going across the road. And then Katrina Kaif is just like staring intently onto the road. Then you suddenly see a shot from Katrina's perspective of the car coming up, back to the wind in the air shot. And then suddenly you see some girl park and for some reason you can't see her face. And then Katrina Kaif is taking off the helmet. It's just so sad.
I'm
man.
actually so glad they didn't do that with their car. Like, for the most part, they were driving their own car.
They
right?
were, yeah. It was real.
Thank God, dude.
But I was like, Katrina, just learn how to ride a bike, man. Come on, it can't be that hard.
I mean, just goes to show the level of dedication these actors have.
She doesn't need dedication, dude. She just needs to, keep up her skincare regime.
Jesus, man. I mean, the only thing that's missing from this movie is like literally like piggy chops, and it's going to become a tremendous pain in my ass.
You mean the next movie that Zoya Akhtar made called Dil Chahta Hai? By the way, Rock On had that song Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. So they made a movie called Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara.
Okay.
Then this movie had a song called Dil Dhadakne Do. Then they made a movie called Dil Dhadakne Do
With piggy chops?
with Piggy Chops and Farhan Akhtar. You haven't seen that one?
No, so what's the most famous song from Dil Dhadakne Do, so I can avoid that movie title next
Yeah,
time
I think
it
the
comes
next
out?
movie will be called Galla Gudiya.
I'm done, dude.
Well, I think this is probably her best movie by far, though. I didn't like Dil Dhadakne Do either, although Anil Kapoor was great in it.
So she's made 3 or 2 movies?
She's made at least 3 movies. Then she's made shorts as part of Bombay Talkies and Lust Stories, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
But I think this was her own coming of age movie, kind of,
right.
Most of the time when movies are set in a country like Spain, it's just because the actors want a vacation in Spain. Here was like a great showcase for Spain. It made sense in terms of script and the characters. I'm telling you, man, it made me go to Spain. What more do you want from a movie? It drove me to it.
I mean, I feel sorry for you, dude.
The only reason you should feel sorry is because I didn't get to go to Running of the Bulls because I had to go somewhere else and my friends did. But then they had an awful time, so, I don't feel too bad.
What, they went on the sides immediately?
No, they didn't run. They pussied out.
They should have done the whole get your hands together, make a life pact just before the Bulls are coming to you, man.
And then
always
freeze
works.
frame right at the end.
Yeah, and then die.
Nobody dies there, okay? Just shout out to Running of the Bulls. And then Tomatina happens at a whole different time. I'm kind of scared of diving because I don't like fish.
Come on, you're Hrithik Roshan, dude.
Yeah. I'm actually, trader douche,
Yeah.
finance douche.
Yeah. Yeah.
Afraid of diving.
Moshi Moshi.
Moshi. I just need a Katrina Kaif.
Oh, so you're waiting for that?
Yeah, Moshi. I just want a Katrina Kaif to come on a bike, just accost me on a bike, chase me.
Like a bike on a tempo chasing you?
Yeah, maybe, whatever it takes. As long as she takes off a helmet, swishes her hair, just I get out of a convertible car, and then after that, I just sing Khabo Ke Parinde in the Spanish sun.
To fully appreciate dialogue, I need to have subtitles on, man.
That's so weak, man. That's sad.
Especially as soon as I found out this was Farhan Akhtar, there was some Javed Akhtar stuff going to be in this movie.
That's the best part of the music and the movie. Don't you dare.
But I was like, I need subtitles because I can't truly appreciate Javed Akhtar. He's obviously a great writer, but I can't truly appreciate his writing because some of the words are just over my head, dude.
You couldn't understand To Zinda Ho Tum.
What is that?
That's the ending thing of the movie, the ending poem.
Yeah, that song goes on and on. Is that how long it takes for him to get over that 1 second kiss?
I guess so. He's thinking about her future, his life. Khabo Ke Parinde.
By the way, the songs in this movie, dude.
Epic.
देखो मैं हूँ Sinbad the Sailor, चूतिया देखो देखो.
What are you talking about, dude?
मैं हूँ Sinbad the Sailor, भाइयों मेरे दोस्त से मिल लो.
You know that's not from this movie, right?
It's not?
That's from Rock On.
Oh, dude, all Farhan Akhtar songs just sound the same to me, man.
There's no Farhan Akhtar song in this movie. Oh wait, he sings one. He sings Senorita.
Oh, that's where I was going.
You got confused between Senorita and Sinbad the Sailor?
Yeah, I thought Sinbad the Sailor was his friend Abhay Deol or something, man.
Have you seen Rock On?
I have seen Rock On, yes.
Did you watch this movie, the one we're feuding right now?
I did very clearly. I mean, look at the pain on my face right now.
Did you hear the song Sinbad the Sailor at any point?
They all sound the same, dude. I feel like this Farhan Akhtar sort of direction of sound with Shankar Ehsaan Loy is just like going in one direction.
Shankar Ehsaan Loy have done what they used to do back in the day, like with the Dil Chahta Hai or something.
No, that actually does not come close, dude.
Of course it is. Like every song is good. Every song is listenable. It doesn't need to knock it out of the park or anything. I think I really like the title track here. I really like, of course, the Javed Akhtar poetry, which they have as songs on the album. And I really like their ending song, dude. Did you stick around for the credits? Suraj Ki Baahon Mein?
Yeah.
Such a fun song.
Yeah. Also, what a track, dude.
What a track.
Brilliant. How do you even think of that?
It's so fun.
Ooh, 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 and
I used to listen to that song when I was like working hard and needed to like pick me up, you know?
Yeah.
So fun.
Or when you were like driving through Spain, just like half jizzing.
No.
Like, oh my God, Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. Ooh, ooh,
There's no reason to just, dirty my love for this movie.
Soil. I think the word was soil. Jesus, dude, they all sound the same,
songs?
man. I don't know. I'm not a fan. No, I actually think that as a movie and as a soundtrack, Dil Chahta Hai just killed it, dude, compared to this shit. Because now I feel like Farhan Akhtar, Zoya Akhtar, they're all the same to me. They're just trying to recreate that
I
magic
can't
they
help
created.
it if you can't differentiate between a man and a woman who happen to be siblings and have the same name. Or you start equating all their output into the same thing.
Before you make this about me, this is not about who they are as people. It's about who they are as creators.
As artists.
As filmmakers, as artists. They're going for the same vibe that Farhan Akhtar arguably created with Dil Chahta Hai, right? He struck gold with that movie. It was very refreshing. It was very out there. But then you can't keep doing the same thing over and over again, recycled, and just like add Hrithik Roshans and Abhay Deol's on top of it. It doesn't work, dude.
Okay, it's Dil Chahta Hai in the premise that it's three people, three guys, arguably urban guys. That's what's common. But the three characters are totally different, yeah?
The premise of the movie is pretty much the same, right? It's it's these three buddy travel rom-com coming of age sort of situations, man. They
don't travel at all in Dil Chahta Hai. They just go to
The Goa trip is like a big part of that movie.
No, it's not. It's an offshoot part of that movie. Saif Ali Khan gets like robbed. That's the funniest part of the Goa trip. That's it. This movie is all about the trip.
Yeah, but it's the same sort of character building is still happening in this movie as well.
You're really struggling here, man. That movie shows also a passage of time, like 10 years or something like that. This is 3 weeks. Well, how can you even compare the two, man? It's ridiculous. I expected some nitty. Dil Chahta Hai did it better.
Much better in the music.
Okay, I agree.
And the music.
Okay, Dil Chahta Hai music did better. I agree too. So what? Like Gangs of Wasseypur did better than most movies. Doesn't mean you just compare it to a benchmark.
No, I'll compare it to a gangster movie.
There can be great gangster movies that did it worse than Gangs of Wasseypur. That doesn't mean they're not great. That's the same thing. This movie holds up. It's been like 6-7 years. I was excited to watch this movie again, man. There was a lot of things that I missed. When Naseeruddin Shah came back on, I remembered how when he says that line, like, apne liye kya likhte ho, that just stuck with me, to get out good performances like that, even if it's from Naseeruddin Shah, that's some good short direction, man.
I think that's a good script and Naseeruddin Shah just doing it.
Okay, good script then. At least say, I concede good script.
I concede good script. If I wanted a good script, I would have read the good script and not try to see what they try to portray it on the screen.
It's not a book. You can't just read a script.
I wish it was a book, because that's all it's good for. Honestly.
Okay. It's not just the script, dude. It's everything. I mean, even if you say, oh, they didn't act well, you got to praise the cinematographer. That guy, Carlos Catalan or something like that, which I think sounds like he is from Spain. But he captured Spain beautifully. He captured the actor, the diving, the skydiving. Zoya Akhtar's direction, Rima Kakti's like help with that. The story, the music, Shankar Ehsaan Loy.
ये देखो मेरे दोस्त हैं बैठे यहाँ पे देखो Sinbad the Sailor.
It's not from this movie.
Yeah, Sinbad the Sailor.
Jesus.
ये है मेरा छोटा भाई देखो इसको Sinbad the Sailor. Yeah.
I hate you so much.
And that was this week's episode of Film Feud Bollywood. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Thank you for listening. As always, we feuded, and now you, the listeners, get to decide who you think won. You can go on Facebook, Insta, or Twitter at Film Feud Bolly and let us know what arguments you might have made. Let us know who you think won. Let us know what movie you want us to feud next.
You can also find out more on our website, munchermedia.com.
Or, of course, you can find us on everywhere you listen to podcasts like iTunes, CastBox, Pocket Casts, maybe even YouTube.
Catch you guys next week.
Bye-bye.